Hello there. It's been a while since we did anything rad systems, so let's go ahead and do it. So I'm building an app where people can post IDs. So for example, if you lose your ID, somebody can find it and put it here. So that's what we want to do. So as you can see, I have complaints, fines, and users. But the only thing that I'm more interested in is the users and the fines. So the complaints, just leave it for now. So what I'm going to do is first of all, what I want to do is I don't want this header color. Just going to remove the header color. So all I do is go to project theme, and I want to make this BG service ground. I like using service ground, and the header text color is going to be alpha black. There you go. And so that's it. Now one thing you're going to notice is we have this elevation below here. I don't want it, so I'm going to go to our project theme again, header elevation, and you're going to change this to shadow none. Click on OK, publish. Now one more thing, you see now it's gone. So I'm going to start with the add page. So on the add page, I don't want these nulls. I also don't want this card that's around here. So since we don't want that card, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go to the finds, because remember we're working on the finds page. This is the finds page. And I'm going to come here and click on the add design page. Remember, we are working on the add, so we click on the design page. Click on finds add form, wrap in card set it to false, and publish it again. There we go. So we have it gone. Now I want it to be a little bit at the center, so way not too much there on the end. So I'm going to come here on this container. I'm going to say row class. I want this content grid row alignment to be justify content center. Sorry, not between. Center like that. Click on center. Good. Now publish this. You should now be at the center. So if you don't want this to be way toward the end, you can also do the same thing for it here. Same thing for it. But now I'm just fine with this. So I want to kind of remove this. So I want to remove those nulls. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the add page. In the owner name, just go deleting them. Delete it. Posted by, delete it. Amount, delete this. Location found, delete this. Now the amount has to be a number. So make this a number. And you publish this. Good. So should have that gone by now. There we go. So this is fine. So maybe let's put the photo at the top. So what you do if you want to put the photo at the top is you come here and click that twice, and it should go at the top now, right? So maybe we want these names to be just above the fields. So how do you do that? Click on this, the add page. Still remember you're working on the add page, and you're going to look for form layout type, right? What I'm going to do is make it vertical. Click on OK, and they should appear right on top of this. Right, now the next thing we need to do is maybe the owner name, you want it to be like side by side with posted by, or side by amount, or whatever, something like that. So if you want to the owner name to appear side by side with posted by, what we do is we go to the add page, go to owner name, and down below where you have field width, I want you to do call 6, right? Then posted by, also make it call 6. So that should make them appear side by side, like you notice. So if you want them to be 3, you just reduce the call 6 to call 4. Remember, all the columns add up to 12, right? So you do your math right, you could get them to fit in. So you want this to be call 4, and you also want the owner name to be call 4. Let me show you what I mean. So 4 times 3 is 12. So you see, there's an exception for the third one. So what we do is we come back to go to the amount and do call 4, publish. So now you see we have 4 of them appearing like this. Right, now the location found, just fine. So now you can upload your images here and go ahead and upload your photos. So maybe let me just upload this and say owner name, posted by, amount, 20, location, picker, right? So submit. There you go. So we have these appearing here just fine. So what you've done is I've created something very fast so that you can go ahead and play around with it. So now the next thing you might need to do is make like some header or maybe some home page, landing page. So what I like to do is when I'm working on home pages is I like to create my own page. So for example, if I go to finds here, I want to go ahead and create a new page and call it landing, right? Landing page, and I'm going to make it a list page. I'm going to click on add. So now this landing page should be available. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it to the project menu. Go to the project menu down here, add it, and I'm now going to go for that page we just created here called landing page, which is in the finds, right? So let's call it homepage. Let's not have any icon there. Okay, just publish it, and it should appear here, right? But it says page not found. Don't worry about that. There we go. So we have this home page, but we don't want this list page. We want to create our own custom list page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this landing page here. Now I want a way to delete this page. So what I do is, because it's not a variable, I'm going to add it inside a model. Take this, drop it inside the model, and now you can delete the model and it should disappear, right? So you come back here, it's empty. We don't also want these add buttons at the top. So what you're going to do is you're going to delete the whole of this header, publish it. Now we have an empty header. So the next thing we need to do is add a custom head landing page. Now remember, we are using Prime View. Now Prime View, what you need to do is go to Prime View. Go to Prime View and you're going to look for blocks, right? Get started and go to blocks. Look for Prime blocks. Great. So inside the Prime blocks, you will find some free blocks you can use. So sorry about that, my browser keeps misbehaving sometimes. So you should find some free blocks you can use here, and I don't know, we can go ahead and look for one that we like. This one, yeah, we can go for this one. So click on the code. You should see how the code looks like. Copy all of it, and you should now go ahead and add it in our code. So remember, we want to add it here in our finds. So come back here, click on this custom view. You need to add a custom view here, and you're going to paste the code here. Now we can just do something called maybe click on it, publish, and there we go. So we have this here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to design it a little bit. I'm just going to pause this and design it a little bit. Alright, there we go. So this is the best I could do for now. So let's go ahead and add authentication. So we're going to go ahead and add authentication. So on the out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do users, ID, full name, password, email, right? I think I can also put the phone number in there. Right, now this is very important to note. Now the password is not really going to work if you don't do something very important here. So let's go ahead and open the database. If you go to users, the password, you notice my password is text. Now why is it text? Because if you leave it as varchar, most of the varchar are size 50, so you can increase the size. So what happens is that when radsystems kind of encrypts the password, the characters might be longer than 50. So you find your password is not kind of working. So you might need to make it either a text or something bigger than 50. Right, so that's all. So publish this, and we should have authentication enabled now. So what I'm going to do is register, and I'm going to say, Motahi, email, home@hotmail.com, password 12345, password 12345, sorry, and the phone number 012345678. Right, submit. Unable to complete request, so you need to check what the problem is, and scroll down. It says this. Okay, so the error is there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just remove that custom endpoint for now. And do I need to remove it? Nope. Let me just remove it from here. Okay, submit, and that should fix it. Right, submit. There you go. So now we have the home page, but now we want the home page to be accessible without us having to log in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log out, and I'm going to make it a variable without logging in. So all you do is go to out page, and you find that page called landing. Click on OK, OK, publish. So now the landing can be accessed without you having to log in. So we're going to do flag. There you go. So now you notice that now it's available without you having to log in. So that will be it for this video. We'll continue in the next one.